Hey everybody, CrossFit Inconceivable. Let's go ahead and get started with our arm-focused workout today. Let's start with some shoulder circles. Going backwards and forwards a few times. Let's get some movement in the shoulders here. Let's move into some elbow circles. Just keeping the upper arm still, rotating in and out at the elbows. Let's get some hugs across and going out wide. Open up the chest. Let's reach one hand behind the back, grab the elbow and do a side stretch a few times, back and forth. And let's repeat on the other side. Reach the hand behind the back, grab the elbow, big side stretch. Now reach one palm up and the other palm you're going to turn it around so it's facing up. And then we're going to twist so that the palms are facing up towards the ceiling and leaning into the shoulder as you're twisting. Back and forth a few times. Okay, let's go into downward dog and do some dive bomber push-ups. So we'll head into our downward dog position, pressing our head towards the toes, getting a good stretch through the heels and the hamstrings. And then we're gonna dive bomb up into our upward dog. You may also do a regular push-up if you'd like to as well, but we are doing some handstand and pike push-ups today. So you may find it helpful to warm up going crown of head first, if you're able to, and then trying to swoop under like you're going under a fence. So we'll do somewhere around 6 to 8 reps here for about a minute. Feeling that shoulders. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades when you press your nose towards your toes. And see if you can keep your elbows close to your sides. Let's do one last one. Let's do some bird dogs real quick. Work on our core engagement. So let's come on hands and knees. We're gonna reach opposite arm, opposite leg out in front and behind. Then we're gonna bring elbow to knee and then return. Let's do 10 on each side. Slow, trying not to let your back sink or round too much when you bring your elbow and knee together and then when you reach out. Trying to stay as still as you can through your back. Reach long, squeeze your butt, squeeze your shoulders. Go to switch sides. Reach long. And as you reach your fingertips and toes, trying to keep your mid to lower back pressing up to the ceiling, belly button pulled up in the spine so that you're not allowing your back to sink down. Okay, let's do some inchworm out to push-ups now. So let's start from a standing position. You're gonna fold, walk the hands out. We'll come into a push-up and then we'll walk the hands back. You can stand tall between each one. We'll do this for about a minute or so, probably around 6 to 7 reps of the inchworm crawls. You're starting to work on warming up the shoulders a little bit more in the push-up. All right, go ahead and finish the one that you're on. Oh. And just so we can warm up the legs a little bit, let's do some bootstrap squats. So we're gonna hook the fingers underneath the toes, stretch out the hamstrings a bit. So Straighten the legs as best as you can. Then we're gonna pull the hips down, pull that chest tall so that we're getting our squats. If you need to use your elbows to drive your knees out, get a little bit more depth. So we'll go ahead and repeat a few reps of those. Pull down to the squat, drive your knees out, pull your chest tall, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then reset, straighten the legs, crown of head to the floor. Feel free to also twist and look side to side. Raise one arm up to the ceiling, raise the other arm up to the ceiling, and do that a few times with some warrior squats. Let's get a really quick arm stretch. So we're gonna do a pull across. So you're gonna straighten the arm, pull it across the chest, use the other arm to hook it back in place and squeeze it in. Hold this here for just a moment. Stretch out the back side of the shoulders here. Let's do the other side. So go ahead and reach across, pull that arm straight, hug it in tight. All right, let's do a tricep and armpit stretch. So let's go ahead and reach the fingers down the back, and then on your floor, you're gonna place the back of the elbow against the floor, trying to push that armpit into the floor as best you can, kind of like you're in a child's pose, but your elbow's on the floor. And go ahead and reach down. Get a good stretch through one of your sides, and then we're gonna switch sides here in just a moment. So try setting the hips back to the heels. Trying to open up that armpit angle. All right, go ahead and switch sides. So reach fingertips down the back. Bring the back of the elbow to the floor. Keep those hips high, and then just try to press your armpit and chest towards the floor. Reach your fingers down your back even further. All right, come out of that. We're gonna do a little bit of wrist stretching. So if you're on hands and knees, let's place our fingers forward, palms flat, rock back and forth a few times, stretching out the forearms, stretching out the wrists a bit here. You can rock, shift your weight back and forth, rotate around, press all the space under your knuckles and fingers into the floor. And let's do fingers facing. So turn those hands backwards. Shift your weight back, feel it stretch through the underside of the forearms. And let's do back of the hands to the ground now. So let's turn the palms facing up, fingers facing you. Send the hips back. And nice stretch there through the back side of the arms. You can wiggle the fingers around, shift your weight side to side. All right, I'll meet you at the next video where we talk about the first half of our workout.